Hey. Sorry for the movement. I want to hop on here real quick. Yeah, something just came to mind. I got to get this out. I love starting out like that. I got to get this out. Hey, I was thinking about something. You know who Reverend Ike? I think his name is Reverend Ike. I don't know if he's still alive or not, but I was thinking about something he said. He was like, you're not going to get anywhere or have or do anything in your life in any area until you don't give a damn about what people think about you. I said, woo. They don't like that. They don't like that type of reverend. That reverend. Ain't that him? I was like, ooh, he just popped in my head. I said, so somebody, maybe I need to talk about this and reflect on that. Damn it. Reflect on that with y'all, because I can't find it to be more than true. He said, you're not going to get anywhere. He was snapping. You're not going to get anywhere or do anything in your life or be successful in any area until you don't give a damn about what people think about you. And that's the truth, man. Sorry for the crackly. Trying to get this thing centered. And I said, damn, you know, honest to God, man, that's what true freedom is. And true freedom, even more so than financial freedom. True freedom is getting to a point where you don't give a damn about what nobody's talking about. Not that you out here being destructive, no. But you still can be graceful. What is the word? Demure and all this shit. You can still be like that and show up and be a decent person. But other than that, you ain't gonna be able to step into nothing and do nothing that God prompt you to do until you get to some kind of point, till you get to a point where you really just don't care what nobody say, and until you get to a point where you're a free thinker. That's what real freedom is. Real freedom is not caring about what nobody think about, what you're doing, how you showing up, what you're moving, what you're doing, and get to a point where you can think for yourself and you just don't care. That's what real freedom is. Because until then, you're gonna be able to do a little bit through the strength of your ego, but until then, you're gonna keep coming up against gridlocks. Like you ain't gonna be able to go too far, because the ego ain't got as much power as something higher than you that's making you do it. When you know who you are, it's coming, your existence and your why you're here or whatever you involved with, it's got something to do with something bigger than you, bigger than your ego expression of needing validation. Until you tap into that thing, that means everything you be, any and every way you be moving in some kind of way, the underbelly of it has got something to do with caring about what people think about you, group think types ordeal. And I could just hear his voice. I was cooking this ground beef for my dog, and then all of a sudden I heard Ike's voice, Reverend Ike. He was like, I don't give a damn. Well, how he started, he was like, he said, you're not going to get anywhere or have anything in this life in any way until you don't give a damn about what people think about you. And he went off. And some people got something to say because he a reverend. First of all, he a person. He was a person, just a person before he was a reverend. So shut up. Trying to get on him because he's swearing. No, don't be getting him because he's saying that. Yeah, he don't care. He telling the truth. But he struck a nerve. That's why people always trying to find something. He telling the truth. And it ain't nothing outside of you that can make you get to that level of just being okay, just with being in your skin, and just doing whatever you're feeling prompted to do, just moving and stepping away from that group think mentality, that herd mentality, and really trying to understand who am I outside of this group think nonsense. Who am I really? And until you connect with the deeper, heal yourself to a point where you can really get intimate with yourself like that, you're gonna keep running up against opposition and pressure. You only gonna be able to do so much because your ego ain't strong enough to carry you into divine rooms and divine places and up on your journey, where at least where God be calling you, or what your soul know. You ain't gonna be able to do that to your ego, because at some point it's gonna literally make you have to step outside your comfort zone and do stuff that don't make no sense to your logical mind, and you ain't gonna be able to logically think your way into that type of elevation. You just not. And that's why it's like, look, you either be mad and let your ego get hurt and go through ego death and go do the healing work and shadow work and be mad up front, or be chronically mad and at the end of your life be extremely the ultimate madness, because it's like, damn, woulda, shoulda, coulda, regret, guilt, And then you be passing on with that remorse because you know your dreams went in the grave with you, and it didn't have to happen like that. But the only way to get free of it, like, so true freedom and liberation that's literally what that is. It ain't got nothing to do with because you can have a whole lot of money and still not be free. You can be rich and wealthy and not be free because people's opinions bother you that much. Hey, come in? Wait, let me see. Oh, it ain't gonna get you. But I was just thinking about that. True liberation and freedom is coming back. It's coming from really healing your mindset to a point where you don't care what other people think and you can think for yourself. That's a huge deal. Otherwise, you are not free. I don't care how rich you are. If you always worrying about the opinion of somebody else and how that's going to look to somebody, that means the moment somebody say something to you, that's going to break your heart left and right. And it's going to make you want to go back underground. It's going to make you want to pull out and reject your calling potentially. It'll stifle you. It'll keep you in these, like, yeah, it'll be a yoke. That's what it'd be. It'd be a yoke. It'd be a stronghold over you. And it keeps you from stepping into what all you was created to do, what all you was created to be, what all you was created to develop or build or whatever this stuff is. And I just heard his voice. So I said, I got to get out here and share that with somebody. Because I'm sharing it not because I got it down. I ain't got it down pack 100%, but I'm getting there and I'm growing into that and just really understanding more about that. Like, it was a time I wouldn't get back on this thing because this is my nephew's shirt. He gave me this cute shirt. And he gave me this shirt because when I moved over here, man, I left all that shit at that condo apartment. I just packed me a nice little luggage. I'm like, oh, all right, new beginning, that's it. So, of course, you only can pack so much shit. But once I understood that, okay, something that's going on right now, this transitional phase is bigger than this shit. It's bigger than not coming on and sharing something sharing something that come to my heart, or sharing something that actually I done learned and grew through that might talk somebody else off the ledge. It's bigger than not doing it because I'm worrying about, oh, I had this shirt on again. Who gives a damn, okay? The purpose, that ain't the purpose. But that's what's so crazy because my past self wouldn't have been able to do it. I'd be like, so thinking about that, like I could care less. Like, yeah, it's my nephew's shirt. My nephew's shirt. Yeah, he dope. Him and his mama got good style, don't they? Who cares? Because I've been there. I done had that. I was a whole nurse making all that money and buy all that shit. But I'm realizing, okay, that stuff is nice. But sometimes when God calls you to pivot, he wants you to minimize too. You might go on that little minimalization journey and whatever. You can get all that shit back, but you can't let that materialistic stuff interfere with you stepping off into whatever you feel like he's pulling you to do. Because that's where you got to twist it. And you want to get your ear thumped by God? Nah, I know I don't. That's why I'm like, yeah, the purpose and whatever is going on here is bigger than that. And so you have to be able to be, like Joyce Meyer say, it's about having spiritual maturity and moving when he say move. And stop caring about that superficial bullshit, because that'll keep you sheltered in place. And that's how you miss your blessings, almost miss your destiny in a way. You can't really miss it, but you be delaying the hell out that shit. And at some point you realize it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. And it's something you playing a bigger game, a longer game. It's something else going on. It ain't just about me trying to get on here and appearing to be something I ain't right now. Nah, I left all that shit over there. Yeah, I got my nephew's shirt. Cool. Huh? Oh, he just right there just cooling? Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, I was just thinking about this. So I said I want to tell somebody something from the realist perspective, from my coming from my heart, from my soul. Somebody need to hear that, man. That's what Ike said. He said you ain't gonna really be able to do nothing in life. No, you're gonna be in prison in one way, shape, or form until you get to a point where you don't really care what people think about you. And you can take your own divine guidance from your higher self and start moving in that direction. Essentially moving towards your North Star. That's the goal, moving to your North Star. And when you really commit to walking in alignment with that thing is, wherever that is, and taking one step after the other towards whatever your North Star happened to be, where you feeling drawn to, gotta make a way, man. I'm telling you, he will. If nothing else, he'll keep you holding the mind, the mental posture, and the heart posture that's essential for you being sure that as you go up that ladder, you having a pure heart, and that, you ain't carrying your heart as light as a feather, so you can just keep going. He can use you. And that's the other thing that's so dope. Like, for real, when you really heal to that point where you can like let that shit go and not care and know you playing a bigger game, you work for God. Essentially, your life ain't your own like that. Where you can put that pride to the side and hop on here with that same shirt on that your nephew gave you. Until you can really, really move like that, or when you commit to being to where you can move like that, then that's when God will use the hell out of you. Because he'll be having you do all kind of weird stuff to the logical mind who got that group think, all that. But he'll be having you doing all type of stuff. But this going outside of your comfort zone, that's where the blessings be. It ain't back there in that conformity. It's not. And I'm just learning it every day, even though I ain't got nothing big that dropped in my life yet. But when you just feel, you just know you destined for something, you just feel it in your heart. And that's why you can release attachment to just stuff that's like, well, you just move, you feel different in your body, you think different. And it's just a whole nother thing. So I just want to share that to somebody who might be somebody who always be up in their head worrying about the opinions of other people. And I understand that, so I'm not shaming it at all. I'm not ridiculing that. And I'm not saying go astray from the group and then be out here burning down forests and shit. I ain't talking about being a renegade and a dumbass either. I'm just saying, like, until you can heal your mindset of that, you're going to always be a prisoner to something. You're going to be a prisoner to an inner voice or something external to you that make you feel like that isn't validating you quite enough to make you feel worthy. But it ain't coming from out there. It ain't supposed to come from out there. It can't. Or it's gonna always keep you in an energy of lack in some way. Even if you got all the shit that look perfect on the outside to the average person, you're gonna have a spirit of lack on you, and you ain't gonna be able to move into whatever God be telling you to do the right kind of way. In no way, like he said. And you ain't gonna be able to think for yourself, and that ain't so. Until you can really do that, you're not really, really free. And I'm just learning this and healing through this on my own. Like, damn, that's what real freedom is. That's what real freedom is. And we all deserve that in our own perspective of what that, you need to be able to think for yourself and get out of not caring what other people think. That's important. I think everybody's supposed to be at that, striving for that. Because other than that, then you can't even go towards your North Node the right way. That's what I was about to say. Because what came to mind the other day, I was thinking about, when they talk about this whole term of sacrifice, people be getting sacrificed out here, left to people who chosen or whoever, just people will be getting sacrificed. And I thought, what popped in my head is how I think some of that sacrifice stuff be happening unintentionally, because when you're around a bunch of people who might not have necessarily surrendered their life over to God or to something higher, or have committed to trying to strive towards the North Node, if you surrounded by a bunch of people who are living in their South Node and they be trying to hold you back into the old version of yourself, they don't want you to transform. They don't believe what they're saying. They think that who you are is the same person. They don't understand that no, a person can change and transform into consciousness and be looking the same, but they be totally different in the way they see and think and perceive. They elevate in the thinking. But if you're around a bunch of people who insist on trying to either so-called remind you of who you used to be, or no, you still that, or I don't believe it, that's essentially a group of people that's keeping you back in that South Node. But your soul know, your higher self, and that's why you could be miserable depending on who you around and what you get involved with, because your soul be craving to evolve into that higher version of yourself. And when you be ignoring them inner promptings and whatever that is that's supposed to be carrying you to the next level of your life, your human experience or whatever, to ignore that should be having your heart hurting. So I think the sacrifice be the byproduct of not listening to your higher self and not going after your North Node and whatever that thing is that you're supposed to be becoming or building or exploring in this life, whatever you're supposed to be evolving into. When you ignore that shit breaks your heart, and it breaks your heart, and it make you do self-destructive shit to even cope with your existence, because you don't be living in your truth. So because I was thinking about even just Michael Jackson's story. It's sad. I think he was a Virgo, and a Virgo is a person that's hardworking. If I'm not mistaken, a Virgo is a person that's hardworking, that's a perfectionist. That's if they got a talent, they be hardworking. But I feel like as his life evolved, I don't know if y'all ever pay attention to this. I noticed his songs evolved into song "Heal the World." He was like, I'm not 100% to hold me on this, but I think a Virgo's North Node is Pisces. That more spiritual energy, you can hear it in the transition in his songs and the words he was speaking. Even though he might have still been childish, he was very insightful the way he was talking. So I think if that was his North Node, that Piscean energy, he was tapping into that. But that career and the parents and I don't know, whatever his environment was, it was trying to keep him in that South Node and that Virgo ass hustle culture energy, when he was getting more evolved out of like stuff. He was talking about heal the world, make it a better place, all that Piscean energy. That ain't like Virgo perfectionism, let's make money energy. But your environment will be trying to keep you on your South Node. That's why I think it's something to astrology that people don't want people to know. They want you to stay oblivious to that, so that if you're around people who keep you in your South Node, that means you're not living out what you're here to be doing. You're not in alignment with your heart and your soul. Your evolution is not happening, and it makes it where your human existence gets worse and worse. You can't stand it. So then, yeah, you do shit to self-destruct, to mask the pain of not living in your truth. And then the next thing you know, it can get you, I mean, your life can be over behind it. And that's why they say until you get to a point where you can listen to yourself and think for yourself, you ain't gonna be able to make much movement, and your heart gonna be hurting behind that. That hurts your soul. Because we all supposed to be trying to strive to go towards our North Node. And that's why I think that's information that people need to, you might not believe, at least need to explore it, because you might find out that the reason you ain't quite as happy as you want to be is because you way out of the orbit of what your North Node is and what you probably need to be striving towards or evolving into. You out of order, and it's because of the environment. It looks like you're supposed to continue to do what you've been doing the last 20 years of your life, when actually you might be needing a shift. But the environment don't say that. Staying in the comfort zone and doing what you always did, you be thinking that that's what you're supposed to be doing. But it might be because you're being starved of the progression that your soul knows and craves. So find out what your North Node is too. So I wanted to just get that out because that just hit my heart though. I heard that man, that Ike man, the Reverend Ike, he said that. And I know that's true. And the more you can get into your head and really heal parts of your personality that be holding on to the external feedback shit, it's like a weight get lifted up off of you. It's literally like a legit weight, an energetic weight, where it'd be like, who cares? And then you just, you be kind and whatever, but you just understand that there's something else going on. It's something else that I'm here to be doing. And that petty stuff, I don't want to get nothing else done, my energy, if I can help it. And I just want to stay focused on what it is I'm supposed to be. How can I be better today than I was yesterday? How can I think better? And that's what it be about. That's the only way you're going to get some peace. Otherwise, it's going to always be something stupid going on that's just ready to bother you, irritate you, or try to invalidate your relationship and who you are growing into believing and what you believe about yourself in terms of what God say you is and stuff like that. It's going to always be something around the corner trying to figure out some weird way to invalidate that, to make you question your worth again. And that's why that's why I think God even isolate people sometimes, because he don't even want you around that type. He don't want you around nothing that can make what he's trying to do in you and through you and for you to be having to compete with somebody who might not have gotten to where they want to surrender to God that kind of way. And that don't make nobody no better, no worse than nobody else, but everybody on their own individual journey. And it is walking by faith. It is. When you literally like all your shit, you give it up and pack a suitcase and you gone, and you about to be gone again. Like that's something else pulling you. But you go with that. And some people just ain't there yet. And that's okay. It don't make you better or them better or you worse or them worse. It's just that's how life be. But whoever come across this, you call for something. I don't know what it is. But you wouldn't even be listening. Ooh, you wouldn't even be listening this long if it wasn't something going on that you was destined to do that was great. So you gotta step up off into that thing and trust God and just know that no matter what's going on in your environment, as long as you got blood pumping through your veins, you got what's necessary to pivot, to calm yourself and problem solve and to be strategic in your movement or whatever. It ain't no problem. And he gonna show you what to do with any and every situation you're going through, period. You can trust that. And I believe that with my whole heart. So that's why he said, don't be worrying about nothing. Don't be worrying, because when you be worrying or frustrated or stressed out or fearful, that blocks your ability to hear from God the right way. And then the moves that you do be making, them knee-jerk reaction ass moves, be based in fear, and it be short-term bullshit. It don't be nothing about nothing. You damn to make a move and you thinking it's doing something temporarily, be hurting somebody in the process and all kind of nonsense. And you don't want to do that. Because then you hurt somebody like that, even if it was unintentional. Hey, every time you do make a move that's like that, that's sour, and you accidentally hurt innocent people, you got to answer to that. It comes back around. So that's why you want to be conscious of all of that and be obedient, Anyway, I don't know. I just had to get that out though. So whoever may come across this, I pray for that. Pray for that for you too. I hope that's something that God bless you with, to get to where you can heal your mindset and let go of any outdated beliefs and the opinions of other folks, that groupthink bullshit, and especially them that shadow dark part of that groupthink shit. That be keeping everybody small and in the box and out of their goddamn destiny. That's what be going on. So I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later. I hope this was helpful. Okay. Bye. I sure heard that shit.